Hey y'all, and Tia's out here walking on day 68. Day 68, I'm almost done. But I wanted to come and talk about age and exercise and why it's so important for women, especially as we age, to get in regular exercise. It's an important discussion, but I know that some women are very protective about their age. You know I've said I'm old before up here, and people have been like, don't say that, or don't talk about your age and stuff like that. But I am extremely proud, extremely grateful to be here. So as you guys know, I'm 48, and I've been doing 75 hard. That's twice a day exercise routines for 45 minutes every day. But normally, I think even when I fall off, I still exercise 2 to 3 days a week for at least 30 to 45 minutes. And that's for me falling off. So as you approach my age and beyond, let me take my earpiece out. As you approach my age and beyond, things start to happen. Hormones start to change. Mainly estrogen levels start to slowly go down. And what happens to our bodies is, because of that, fat is stored in our abdominal area, our midsection, instead of, it not being there. It begins to store there. So that's why you'll hear people say, oh, she's got a middle-aged spread kind of thing. And a lot of women talk about their menopausal belly. And even if you're not in menopause, as you approach that, it will become more and more like that. Secondly, we lose bone density. Our bones become more easy to break. And we also lose muscle mass. So our muscles weaken. Strength levels decline because of that. And that's why it's so important for us to, in addition to a healthy diet, because healthy diet is going to be the biggest factor, of course, but it can't do it alone. You have to move. That is imperative. It's imperative for you to move, because we need to be doing strength training exercises. And when I say strength, most people think about weights, and they think, I don't want to be like all muscle bound, jacked up. They think immediately of like a female bodybuilder. But strength training doesn't even require weights. You can use your body weight, such as push-ups, sit-ups, things like that. Those are still considered strength training exercises, and we need that because we need to try to keep as much strength and muscle mass as we can. That's why you'll notice those little flabby chicken arm things that come under our biceps, because we're losing muscle over time. So that's why exercise is so important. Also, our vitamin D levels go down. So me walking out here and getting this nice little sunlight every day is helping me. And I've already been diagnosed with low vitamin D levels. So that's important for me doubly. So diet and exercise are really, really important. What's something else? We're more prone to osteoporosis because of our bone density decline. So that's why I say moving is much more than, you can diet and have a great diet because that's important, but you also want to move because there are things that diet alone cannot do. And making sure that you have some degree of strength training is very important. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Ernestine Shepherd, but she is in her late 80s, and her physique shows what not only dedication can do, but what our bodies are still capable of even after we age. And this lady didn't start her journey until she was in her 40s. So that it's a real inspiration to see. But I do want to see that we're trying to do those things, to move our bodies even when we get a little older. And it's harder. I will tell you, it's harder. It's harder to have a flat stomach when you're over a certain age. It's harder our metabolisms change. All sorts of things go on with our body. It kind of goes haywire. And it's not the same. And so we have to do a little more, add a little extra. But even if you don't do a little more and add a little extra, move. Move, because it's good for you. It helps your cardiovascular health. We have high heart disease rates in our community. We have, and those things are helped by exercise in addition to diet. So I think that's what I wanted to talk about today. Just the importance of, as you can see, I'm not moving fast today because I am sore. But the more that I walk, the more my muscles loosen up and I can do better and better each time. So, faster than a regular stroll, but I'm just not power walking as I would normally do. But that's the reason why I'm always saying my age up here, because it's important to know that no matter what your age is, and from my age or older, that you can still continue to move your body and you can still continue to get results. It's not over, but we have to put a little bit more into maintaining what God has given us. And I say that because, I don't say that because of this, but I say that on this channel, even though a lot of my content is financial, it's about wealth, and your health is your number one wealth. Because who cares if you have $10 million in the bank if you're not here the next day, So this should be the number one focus, even before any financial gains, is that your health and body are placed at the top, next to the man upstairs, if that's what you believe in. It should be first, of course. But, I just want and hope that I'm encouraging someone, young or older, to move as much as you can. It doesn't have to be 7 days a week, but it should be regularly every week, because all of these things are slowly happening in our bodies, and we don't even know that. As we age more and more, these transitions are taking place, and the sooner you get that under control, the more you're in a place of where you can kind of make quicker adjustments. So that's my message.